Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation. This, of course, is the Sarge and OQ Revue. You can get at us on Twitter right now at Sarge and OQ. And Sarge, all of a sudden, you have this look on your face like you're at home right now.
You know what I'm saying, Lando? Whenever Louisiana come up in here, my whole dialect changed. You know,
yeah, you wasn't talking like that 10 minutes ago.
You know, when our guest came up in here the first time, I said, what's happening, baby? You know, let me just say something to you, man. What this man has done for Louisiana and the Shreveport, Baton Rouge area in general.
Yes.
It's phenomenal all the way to the world. Our friend of Hip Hop Nation is here. Boosie Badazz is here.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You know, your campaign is going strong still, you know, and the movement is steady since you've been released from incarceration.
Right.
You know, has everything kind of mellowed out since the whole Boosie's getting out fiasco?
Not really. The show's not saying it's mellowing out.
Yeah.
Like, we still
The
selling,
demand is not.
we
It's
still
still
selling
high.
out arenas. We selling out concerts.
It's a good thing.
And it's just crazy how people showing support, man. And I just love to get that support. I'm just grateful for being free also, but everything that come with it is spectacular.
Let me ask you, how gratifying, because it's just over a year now since, you know, the incarceration, and, you know, you're set to drop your next album, you know, next month. How gratifying, because, you know, there were times where things were looking shaky,
bleak,
with the album.
Right.
How gratifying is this time to go, you know, out and, you know, do this promotional tour and, you know, promote a product that, you know, you've been working on?
Basically, it's just grateful giving my fans another album. Even with the mixtapes, it just be grateful giving fans, my fans, especially the Boosie heads who like been told people like Boosie this dude. You know, I feel like when I drop these albums, when I drop these mixtapes, especially these albums, they give my fans that big head, like you know, like he the guy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what my music represents, basically.
How are you kind of maneuvering around in this whole mixtape environment? Because the Life After Death Row album, mixtape, quote unquote, you know, mixtape. How'd you feel? Because, you know, I was like, hold on, you giving away this music? How did that feel coming out, like, you know, in this new environment, giving away music?
It was just me just getting in the studio saying I'm finna put together something for the streets. I'm finna get some music out, and I just gave it out, and you know, after a minute it was so hot I just had to put it on iTunes.
I'm just saying, but yeah, because
you know, it had to go on iTunes.
Because it was the Boosie Love record. The intro was fire, you know, and I'm like, hold on, this guy's putting out. This is the album that your fans were expecting when you came out. I guess, was it a new experience? Was it a lot of haggling to say, you know what, this is going on the album, as opposed to saying, you know what, this is a mixtape?
No, it's just me just putting music together. Like all my music, it just roll like that. Like you know, you're not gonna buy a Boosie CD where you gotta switch songs.
Yeah.
You know, that's just a track record I got.
Yeah.
And so it's not about. It's just about me just putting together music. Yeah. And it's just my sound.
But how do you determine what goes on the album and what goes on the mixtape? Like, how do you differentiate between the two? Mixtape
records and album records are different most of the time. I have problems with deciding what's going on the mixtape and going on the album.
Life After Death Row is
it's just so deep, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be hard, you know. And I basically I just give the streets that music that I'm talented of doing, you know.
There was this whole animosity between the South and the North, and it was around that time when Andre 3000 said, you know, the South got something to say at the Source Awards. How is it in this new environment where even when you come here in New York City,
you just hit
it's a Boosie wave?
It's crazy, man. But you know, I go to Harlem, man. Soon I get
Remember
off the
they used
plane.
to call us Bamas?
Hey,
they used to call us Bamas. Y'all, you motherfuckers used to call us Bamas.
Hey, bro, they getting down.
Now they
with it,
Bamas.
man. I'm talking about, man. I go anywhere in New York, they notice me. Like, man, we listening to you. Like, you know, I go to Queens. You know, wherever I'm popping out at, they like, dude, we rocking with you. Like, and, you know, that's motivation to me. Man.
Orlando and I interviewed Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
You know, Bobby Hold Your Head and everything like that, who's incarcerated.
Free
now.
Bobby.
So Bobby Shmurda, I'm thinking that Bobby Shmurda from Brooklyn, you know, and all these other places in Brooklyn, he was going to say, you know, of all the people who's my idols, who I listen to, you know, I'm expecting the Jay-Z's there. First person he said was Boosie.
Right.
How'd that make you feel?
That make me feel like I need to keep doing what I'm doing, man. And
Meek
You know
Mill?
that show you Meek that just show you like
Your
I
connection.
touch people like who go through the same wave I went through.
Yeah.
Poverty and trying to be somebody. It's so many people that don't care where you at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can understand what I'm talking about, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna touch you.
No,
So you can be in China. It don't matter. You know, everybody got a struggle and everybody trying to
mm-hmm.
make it. So, you know, you got to feel it.
Mm-hmm. Touchdown to Cause Hell, you know, bouncing off the mixtape, the classic mixtape, as I call it, Life After Death Row. What can the folks expect from this particular project?
This project is just another classic project.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hear my pain. You're going to hear about what's going on in the world. You're going to hear about, I got a record on there called I'm Sorry. You know, just apologizing to everybody I put through that pain with me. You know, so I got some real deep records on there. I got some gangster records on there.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple records for the women. Chris Brown on the album.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I was reading it's a double CD, double.
Nah, it's not really a double. It's just, you know, you got a lot more on iTunes.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
So you're going to have to get both.
You know, you talked about, you know, this being a real, you know, personal project and stuff like that. And once again, because, you know, people have been through your struggle with you. How introspective was this one in the sense of you know, you said was this like, you know, being sorry to your mother?
It was just being sorry to everybody who I feel like I affected by this situation. It was my fans, you know, my mother, my kids. That song was to everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that was a real deep song on the album. Got another record on there called "Window of My Eyes." That was my pain in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So I named it "The Window of My Eyes" because I'm opening people up to what I was going through.
On the mixtape, and like I'm saying, because I haven't heard the new project yet, I have to kind of refer back to it. You had one of them songs called I can't think of the hook, but it was like "They Want to Come Back Home."
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, and I'm like, you know, I never been, you know, I don't have nothing less than a goddamn parking ticket.
Yeah.
But I went to school, goddamn it. But it just with all your music, you know, even folks like me, you know, you call us straight squares or whatever you want to call us. Even we could feel your pain in your music.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
you know?
right. It's not about how that person live or feel my music. It's basically about common sense on what's going on in the world that a lot of rappers miss. See, I'm not gonna miss talking about the single mother.
Yeah.
You know, you always hear models. You always hear, you know, chick riding in the Benz, but
Bugattis, yeah.
But you know, you never talk about the single mother. That's why I hit people. You know, I still make mama songs.
Damn.
You know, and you just can feel it, man. If you're going through anything, you just can feel it, man. That's what I try to do. I try to touch home with people.
Damn. Boosie want the red bones, the baby mamas. You want all the pussy. One of the things that hit me, and I don't know if you addressed it on a new project because you've addressed it in the past. You know, with you being from that Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Lafayette area, you've always talked about the harassment and stuff like that of the police.
Right,
you know?
right.
And the thing is, you said it at a time when it was very, very dangerous, in the sense of all of these things that are being exposed now weren't exposed, and you were going back home being harassed.
Right.
So how do you feel what's going on now?
I just was asked, you know, something like that before, and it's like, you know, police killing people. You know, I've been talking about this.
Yeah.
Like, I guess but these camera phones catching everything now.
Yeah.
You know, but I've been talking about dudes losing their lives to the hands of police.
Them dark roads, them dark long roads, them I-10s and all that stuff like that, and get stopped by the police.
I've been talking about this, you know. I've been, you know, anti with the police thing, you know, but I feel like all those words I said about the police, I feel like, you know, that caused a lot of ruckus in my life in the end.
Yes.
Man. You know, but as far as that situation, man, I've been saying that. They were saying the song that I made was starting all this stuff in Ferguson, but damn, that song was released 2007.
Yeah.
So, you know, nah.
So in a lot of ways, you kind of feel vindicated, validated, but, you know, exonerated, you know, and any other Jesse Jackson word I could think of, but, you do feel like, hey, you know what? This is what I've been trying to the frustrations of what the fuck I've been trying to tell everybody about the police is coming out now.
Right. I do feel like that, and I smile because you know, now they can, you know, face a conviction.
You've been talking about this topic. What was your initial reaction though when you saw that shooting in South Carolina, where a cop just blatantly shot a black man in the back? I mean, it had to shock you, even though you've been calling this, you know, for years.
Right. To see it, you know, I wouldn't want to be nobody, mom or daddy looking at that. You know, because I got mad. I'm like, you know, don't run him down. Like, you know, don't call for backup. Just pop him. Yeah. It basically looked like somebody running from somebody, just, you know, who really playing a game of murder when I'm stalking them down. Yeah. That's what it looked like to me,
man. So Boosie, this new song, Retaliation, goddamn. Who the fuck are you so mad at? God damn!
Did you wake up extra mad that day?
Oh man. It was just one of them records, you know, it's London on the track. London got the game right now as far as making those records, but all his records be I wanted to bring that darkness to him.
Goddamn right.
I wanted to bring that DMX flavor to his.
I wasn't even mad, but I got mad at somebody. Like,
motherfucking DMX was scared of that shit. Yeah, that's why I asked you when you came. I said, this is the motherfucking street single, right? Something a little softer coming back. We can play it here, but goddamn, you just wanted to be more aggressive.
Yeah, man, I'm touching down the cause hell, man.
Okay. Touchdown to cause hell. Yeah. Hey man, you know, this has been a journey for you, you know, from incarceration to you know, to freedom, you know, but I once again, me and Orlando Squares, we just watch shit on TV. So, you know, I'll be watching Lockdown. Are you still haunted by, even though you were exonerated for the things, you know, that you were accused of, do you feel not just a bitterness, or have you let that go? I know you're a very spiritual person, but, you know, like for me to be wrongly convicted of something and just, you know, have you let that go, or is, you know?
Basically, it doesn't trouble me because my life's so good right now. You know, I just feel like, you know, me doing what I'm doing right now, steady progress and steady making, you know, $1 million moves, man. That just overshadowed everything, man. That me being back with my family is like I told you so. You know, so I don't think about them, like they're not on my mind. You know, I might be watching something on TV court, be like, God damn, they try to dog me. Yeah. You know, like, you know, it crossed my mind like that, but nah, I'm getting it, man.
Real quick, because the other day we were talking about a rap group that was recently arrested and guns and what have you. And Sarge, we were making a point that, you know, when you come out of, you know, incarceration, it's like you have to be extra careful with the people around you.
Yeah, because basically if you're on probation, you're just 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right.
So it's so easy to go back, man. It's easy to go back.
So what advice would you give, you know, some of these?
Man, I give people advice like, you know, like, don't do what I did, man. Don't, you know, I know it's fun when you want to go on TV every time flashing guns and all that shit. You know, it ain't worth it. Don't do what I did like that. They come back and convict you on this.
Have you, you know, and I know that.
I don't think that's smart to be, you know, flashing.
It is.
Back then, you know,
get some of this,
every time you saw me, you know, I was
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Who won it?
Yeah, that come back in court, you know.
Oh my God. Can you imagine being the guy on the other end of the fucking camera and the guy get the chopper? Come on down here, get this right here. So, but I'm saying, you know, and honestly speaking, you know, since you've gotten out, you know, it's always a group of professional folks hanging around you. But you know, did you, like you said, giving out advice? But did you like reevaluate your whole circle and say, you know what, we gotta clean up this whole shit? Mookie?
Yeah, we had to make street dudes business, man. You know, they gotta think business. A lot of people separated themselves from me when I went to prison. A couple of people, so that was a plus for me. But once you get to a level when you really get money, you know, even the people around you have to have jobs. You know, you're not around me, you got to have a job. Yeah. And you know, if you don't have a job, we don't have the same purpose. And if all of us think about getting big bags of money, all of us gonna eat. So if everybody ain't on the same page with you, they don't need to be around.
So, you know, I do see that Webby's gonna be on the album.
Yeah, Webby will be on the album. We got Chris Brown on the album. We got Rich Homie on the album. Got Keisha Cole on the album. It's a crazy album. It's crazy.
Hey man, May 28th. We don't like to be documenting stuff like that because we you like evergreen as they call it. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, man, it's always a pleasure and an honor to have you at Hip Hop Nation. We love supporting your music.
I already knew I was coming here. Like I say, am I going to Hip Hop Nation? They like, yeah, I already know.
Yeah, man. But we wish you success on the album, and I hope that next time you're here around album time, we'll talk to your record folks. But you're being the Big Bubble performing. Do you remember performing last time?
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. So Sarge OQ Revue on Hip Hop Nation. Hip Hop Nation is here. Boosie Badazz is here.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Your campaign is going strong still, and the movement is steady since you've been released from incarceration.
Right.
Has everything kind of mellowed out since the whole Boosie's getting out fiasco?
Not really. The show's not saying it's mellowing out.
Yeah.
Like, we still selling,
the demand is not.
We
still
selling
high.
out arenas. We selling out concerts.
It's a good thing.
And it's just crazy how people showing support, man. I just love to get that support. I'm just grateful for being free also, but everything that come with it is spectacular.
Let me ask you, how gratifying, because it's just over a year now since the incarceration, and you're set to drop your next album next month. How gratifying, because there were times where things were looking shaky,
bleak,
with the album.
Right.
How gratifying is this time to go out and do this promotional tour and promote a product that you've been working on?
Basically, it's just grateful giving my fans another album. Even with the mixtapes, it just be grateful giving fans. He just getting in the studio saying, "I'm finna put together something for the streets. I'm finna get some music out," and I just gave it out, and after a minute it was so hot I just had to put it on iTunes.
I'm just saying, but yeah, because
it had to go on iTunes.
Because it was the Boosie Love record. The intro was fire, and I'm like, hold on, this guy's putting out. This is the album that your fans were expecting. When you came out, I guess, was it a new experience? Was it a lot of haggling to say, you know what, this is going on the album, as opposed to saying, you know what, this is a mixtape? No,
it's just me just putting music together. Like my fans, especially the Boosie heads who been told people Boosie this dude. I feel like when I drop these albums, when I drop these mixtapes, especially these albums, they give my fans that big head, he the guy.
Yeah,
and that's what my music represents, basically.
How are you kind of maneuvering around in this whole mixtape environment? Because the Life After Death Row album, mixtape, quote unquote, mixtape. How'd you feel? Because I was like, hold on, you giving away this music? How did that feel coming out? In this new environment, giving away music?
It was just me.
SiriusXM's Hip Hop Nation. This, of course, is the Sarge and OQ Revue. You can get at us on Twitter right now at Sarge and OQ. And Sarge, all of a sudden, you have this look on your face like you're at home right now. You know what I'm saying, Lando? Whenever Louisiana come up in here, my whole dialect changed. Yeah, you wasn't talking like that 10 minutes ago. When our guest came up in here the first time, I said, what's happening, baby? Let me just say something to you, man. What this man has done for Louisiana and the Shreveport, Baton Rouge area in general, yes, it's phenomenal all the way to the world. Our friend of hip